Greetings to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to be with you at this August gathering of International Throwball Federation's conference. I extend my sincere thanks to all the office bearers and very particularly to Ramanna, Sambhurna, Manisar and Netra and others for having given this opportunity. You are organizing it as an extraordinarily beautiful and also achievable and excellent manner you are conducting. Once again, our pranams to you. And as you know very well, throwball is the part and parcel of sport. Madam, can you exhibit my PPT? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am,
Please. It is the part and parcel of sports. Sports is very essential for social change, social cohesion, and the throwball plays a very vital role in bringing the world together, whether it is on par with performance level or healthy level. So it plays a very major role, vital role, and we are very pleased to express our sincere gratitude to your organization. As you know very well, almost all sports and games, they are using yoga. Or this yoga, it is the traditional and ancient system of promoting one's well-being or wellness. It is for your kind information. The present West Germany football team, they are using yogic practices in their national team's schedule. And the NBA, that is basketball functioning in America, 40% of the players are using yoga as their training schedule, module. And also, you might have seen recently we had our chess Olympiad, and most of the players, they are doing very well, and also they exhibited by using yoga. So yoga is the part and parcel of sports, men's or women's life. Tendulkar, the known player in India, cricketer, he is very much fond of yoga. And Sharapova, you might have known that Sharapova also is a tennis player, women player. She used to do yogic practices. Djokovic, the number one tennis player in the world today, he used to do yogic practices and he is the real ambassador because once he had asthma problem, then completely he came out from that problem. So almost all the games and also the players using yoga as a cross training. So here already I told you, it is for social change. It creates communal harmony, that throwball. Next, please. Change. And yoga, as you know very well, it is the science of being evolution, science of activating inner energies, blossoming of human potential to its fullness, scientific study of balanced intellectualism, to develop consciousness to its fullness, to find out the truth, that truth means positive experiences. And it is the scientific tool to get experiences to its depth and dimensions. These are all the definitions of yoga, very much needed for not only players, but for the society. Next. Next, please. And very particularly, I told it not only helps for promoting one's peak performance in throwball, and also the previous speakers, they stressed throwball is being want of promoting health. The global health status I want to show here, 4 billion people will be obese by 2035. Its cost will be more than $4 trillion globally. About 422 million people have diabetes. 1.3 billion are affected by high BP. 7.4% of the world population live with chronic respiratory problems. Over 110 million people have experienced stroke. 97 crore are affected by mental problems, not only physical, but mental, particularly. 1 in 6 deaths are from cancer. 55 crore are suffering from dementia, a kind of psychological disorder. Only 4.3% people are healthy. It is a very big concern. And a mass entry we need that can be achieved only by throwball. More than 80% of the world adolescents are physically inactive. So it is very easy to bring them into our fold if we introduce throughout the world the throwball playing game. Next. Next. And there are so many factors affecting our throwball performance, whether it is a big player or an ordinary player. Accumulation of toxins can be there. Hormonal imbalances may occur. That is, neurotransmission can be one of the reasons. And the neurohormonal imbalances of human systems, impurity of genes, and blockages of the energy level, and accumulation of too much energy, and the excess antioxidants and ignorance. These can be the main factors affecting the performance. Next, in throwball. And it is for your kind information that there are so many physiological benefits of yoga. Muscles become elastic and in balance, relieves pressure on cartilage, BP stabilizes, it controls heartbeat, decreases cholesterol and blood sugar level, body temperature drops, pulse rate decreases, increase the lung capacity and respiration, oxygen consumption will be less, increase the vital capacity, and avoids fatigue, and increases peak performance and the longevity of the player of throwball. These are all some of the physiological benefits when you play, when you do yoga, when you have the yogic practices in your regular training schedule. Next, please. And there are some psychological benefits also. Ventrolateral prefrontal cortex in the brain, it will be activated, stabilizes caudate nucleus in the brain, enhances gray and white matters in the brain. It keeps intact the fore, mid, and hindbrain, balances biorhythm, promotes delta waves, activates hypothalamus and hippocampus, increases brain volume, avoids brain shrinkage, increases the number of connection between brain cells, and improves blood flow to the brain. So the important psychological concepts is, if you do regular yogic practices, when you go for playing or training in throwball, there are two psychological concepts can be enhanced. One is vairagya and viveka. Vairagya means completely dedicated for the social reforms, social improvement. And Vairagya means, that is Viveka means, that is discrimination, discriminating power, which is right, which is wrong, which we have to, because doping is the main concept in other major games. So that kind of unwanted things we can overcome by doing yogic practices. Next, please. And there are so many benefits already I told. When you do yogic practices, hormones will get segregated. 52 hormones are segregated in the pineal gland alone. 30 hormones are segregated in the gut area. So hormones are the middle part. That is the fulcrum that is needed for the promotion of sports and peak performance. So hormone segregation will be in a perfect condition when you do yoga, because whoever having hormonal balances, that player will be an extraordinary player. He can give his 10% result. And also genes. Genes, they are controlling our activities. So genes can be perfected. And also it is not only perfect genes. If the genes are perfected, our circadian rhythm will be good. Our all other neurotransmission will be good. And also our blood flow will be good. And the cellular health will be good. And our concepts, that is, our performance will be good. Next. Please go to the images. So here I am seeing and showing some of the yogic practices purifies caudate nucleus and amygdala, which are meant for stabilizing emotional behavior. If a player is emotional, he can't show his performance. His performance will be hindrance. So in order to have emotional perfect behavior, you need yoga. Slowly you increase. Yogic practices promote neurogenesis, the process of nurturing neurons. Next. These are all some of the benefits in the brain. Enhances white matter integrity to avoid depression, because stress or depression are the main cause of promotion in sports. Next. So yogic practices help to tolerate pain by purifying anterior cingulate cortex, whether this is for mental or physical pain, physiological pain. Next. And also dopamine segregation is very much needed for our happiness. There yoga helps. Next. And also hippocampus can be activated when you do yoga. That is meant for your memory, learning, etc. Next. And there is a hormone called oxytocin. It is very essential. So if you want to promote the sports, the throwball in the world, definitely this hormone will be very important role it will play, and we can improve by yoga. Next. And also there is a technique called, if you want to overcome the bad memories, definitely yoga helps. Next. So stress damages hippocampus, meant for learning, memory, and also it has to be enhanced if you want to give 10% performance. Next. And also this is what we call neurotransmission. Communication is very essential. So yoga is essential for promoting communication and also this neurotransmission. Next. Telomere. It is also very much needed for longevity. Next. So I have framed a module for a throwball player. These are all the practices, yogic practices needed for a throwball player. Next. And the Surya Namaskar, it is very, very essential practice It activates their peak performance. Next, Surya Namaskar, we need Virabhadrasana. It provides balance. Throwball players need balance. It eases neck, shoulders, and back, tones up the ankles and the knees. Good for stomach and leg muscles. Chest expands. So Virabhadrasana is essential for a throwball player. Next. And also Viparita Karani. It is also very much needed. It activates your all human systems. Abdominal breathing is induced and it balances central nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Next. And the Matshyasana are also needed because it promotes blood flow to the brain easily. Next. And also Ustrasana. It promotes all systems in our body and it is very much needed for cerebrospinal fluid, which is essential for our performance. Next. Dhanurasana. It is also very essential and it overcomes laziness and it is good for various diseases and very much needed for women throwball players, particularly. Next. And Mayurasana, it strengthens the muscles of the whole body, develops muscular control, chest expands, activates different glands, promotes neurons, digestive and respiratory systems, eases the flow of cerebrospinal fluid that gives divinity in us, and also we can give 10% performance. Next. And also Ardha Machendrasana, it is also a twisting pose we need. Next. And the Kurmasana, it tones abdominal organs, makes hips and shoulders more flexible, stimulates the muscles around lumbar spine. It is very essential. Next, Kurmasana. And the Cholasana, it strengthens the wrist because throwball players needed arms, shoulder, and abdominal strength, and also stretches legs, hips, spine, lower back, chest, activates cerebrospinal fluid, promotes stamina that is very much needed for a throwball player. Solasana is very essential. Next. And also Paschimottanasana, very excellent practice for throwball players. Next. And also we have to go for pranayama practices, Kapalabhati, breathing exercises, breathing practice very much needed. Then next. And also Bhastrika Pranayam we need. Next. Nadishodhana Pranayam we need. So these pranayama practices overcomes all our problems and activates our performance. Next. And Mahamudra is very essential mudra practice. Next. Then finally you have to do meditation. So if you want to have 1 hour schedule, you please have loosening the joints, that is warming up activities you need. There are some practices in yoga. Then do Surya Namaskar, asanas, pranayama practices, meditation. Then your complete total well-being will be good. Your performances will be good. Next. So at the outset, what I want to tell you, yoga is the rhythm of the body, the melody of the mind, the harmony of the soul, creating symphony of life, as said by Iyengar. So I request the organizers, I request the administration, please consider, have twice a week in your training program of throwball players. You can see wonders on their performance. Thank you very much for having given this fantastic opportunity. Thank you, one and all.